5,000 options contracts just 2 minutes before the market closed today, May 9. In this video, we are going to go over 3 reasons why we think Beyond Meat will have a rally after the earnings tomorrow. They'll be reporting May 10 after hours. First one real quick is that you'll see here, you see this very strong support here at the current price we're at 12.24. It has been, it has occurred beginning of the year, also in November 25, and then 11/9, November for earnings. You'll see here, this was the earnings on November 9th, and that rallied when it was for that support level here. And then here again, October 24, again, this is very strong support. So technically, it looks like it has a higher probability of rallying. And then second, we have this RSI oversold. You'll see that here as well. So the final reason why we think Beyond Meat, and the most important reason, is the unusual option activity. And so this is what we wanted to focus on. These 5,000 contracts at the 17.5 strike puts, 17.5 strike calls, June 16, 2 minutes prior to market close. Let's take a look at it. So June 16, 38 days away. We'll see here. We have the 17.5 strikes here. You have 5,000 volume here. And that is much greater than the open interest. So we know these are opening orders. For the call side, however, it is the volume is less than the open interest. So there is this possibility that these are closing orders. So we'll be able to find more out as more data comes in tomorrow, because we still have one more day before earnings reports. So make sure you hit the bell icon, subscribe, and you'll get notified if we have any further updates on Beyond Meat. But as of now, what we're seeing is that they are selling this 17.5 strike puts. You see the implied volatility at this 147, and you see here the 99% for the call side. You'll also see the implied volatility when we look at the options tape. Here is the IV, and you'll see that typically before earnings, you want to sell implied volatility, a higher implied volatility for better premium, and then you buy at a lower implied volatility. That's one of the reasons why we think that this put is a sell and this call is a buy. And so when we analyze this trade by selling that put and buying that call at the 17.5 strike, you'll see that we have a analysis of this trade here. This is what it looks like. Let's unlock this and move down. We're actually all the way, Beyond Meat is all the way $12.40 here. So that's the price on the x-axis here. So as you can see, as the price goes up, this line will be going higher above this zero profit loss on the y-axis. So that's more profit, and that is less, and that is a loss. So this is a synthetic strategy. It's basically like owning 100 shares of the stock. You'll see here the delta is pretty high at 85. Not quite like 100 shares, because 100 shares would be 100 delta, but it's close. and you can, and they also have a positive theta and a negative vega, which is all favorable to earnings trades, because after earnings you will have a volatility crush. It will decrease volatility, and so you want to have a negative vega to reduce your risk to volatility, because you know that is going to happen. And so this takes advantage of it by doing a trade like this. And so keep in mind, however, that a trade like this, by selling that 17.5 put, actually requires quite a lot of buying power. 17.5 strikes means you're willing to own 100 shares. So you need $1,750 per contract. That's the amount of capital and buying power you need to use for this trade. And since they did 5,000 of them, this was an $8.75 million trade. So definitely a large institutional investor. And so that is also why, and most importantly, why we think that Beyond Meat will go above and beyond expectations. Pardon the pun. And yeah, if you like this video, please smash that like button. And these are our thoughts again, and just our opinions. And so you can decide what you want to do with this trade. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell icon. And remember that things could change at the last hour even, because tomorrow we have one more day to trade Beyond Meat. And so if things change, we will notify everyone, and because we will put on a trade that is bullish tomorrow. But if we decide to go bearish for some unusual reason, because there are some other unusual options pointing south down, then we will let everybody know. But it could happen at the last minute. If we see, sometimes we see unusual options coming in, sometimes just like this one, just 2 minutes, right? So we'll do our best. Can't promise that we'll be able to make it in time, but we'll try to make it in time. If there is some very bearish, unusual options coming in last minute tomorrow, right before earnings, we'll do our best to try to put the content out as soon as possible. But you definitely have to be notified and have that bell icon clicked to hear right away once we upload that video. Okay? So thank you, and have a great day, and take care, everybody.